Yo, what's up, guys? It's NoSSity, and today I'm bringing you a brand new commentary over here on ObeyHQ. This is a kind of hard points for dummies kind of commentary for hard point on the map Slums. I play a OBJ kind of hill sitter honor kind of role, so I'm going to be doing it from my perspective on what you should do in my position when attacking these hard points and going about rotating on this map. Essentially, our team does get control straight off on this hard point. I challenged a kid over the hill, which wasn't a great idea. I did get taken out by a guy in graveyard. But the spawns is in middle on the statue where I'm throwing my nade right now. That's the next one. The one after that is on the street side, on the other side of the map, past blue, in that corner over there by the green thing, laundromat place there. And the one after that is in auto shop, and then it goes back to the middle and rotates and so on. So what my team needs to do right now is hold the hill right now and not flip spawns at all. That would be bad because the other spawn for this hill is really awful and it's really hard to break this hill. So when as myself, when I'm going about capturing a hill, it is the best thing for me, not except the middle hill, is to wait for them to come to you, make them challenge you, because you just want to get as much time as possible and have them contest it, or you contesting with them in the hill, or so on and so forth. You just want to stay alive as long as you can inside the hill, and that is the best thing you can do as a OBJ player in hardpoint. So my goal right now is to hold this hardpoint down and keep the points rolling in, as my team should be rotating right now to the next hill, which is behind blue on that street side, like I said. Don't quite know the call out for that, but that needs to happen pretty soon here. There's like 24 seconds. I like to rotate in hardpoint on almost every single map somewhere between 30 and 20 seconds, because if you hold the hardpoint down and there's no way of getting them at 30 seconds, most teams will rotate then, and giving them 10 seconds to set up on the next one is kind of bad for your team, because they're going to set up really hard, and especially on Slums or any map that is kind of a small-ish like this map, it is really easy to come back in hardpoint, because you can get a full 60 seconds off this hardpoint, and 60 seconds can go a long way in hardpoint in this game. So my team needs to hold down this hill. I like to sit in this hill and stare at the street. For a setup for this hill, I like to have a person over on the garage side somewhere over there looking bricks and trying to keep them from attacking our anchor. The other person should be in the hill. Another person, with an AR or a SMG should be near the greenhouse behind that blue van around there somewhere. And then the last guy can kind of be floating around in graveyard or anywhere he's needed. If somebody dies, he can fill in their spot until they come back and pick up that spot. So that's a setup I like to have on this hill, and it's kind of... And when it rotates in a few seconds here to the next hill and garage, I like to have two people in the hill, person in the hill. Have one person behind the fountain or not, depending on what your team wants to do. And the other guy needs to be graveyard. They need to be graveyard because that is a huge choke point for the next hill, And they do grab this next hard point, unfortunately. And then we are only up by a very, very small margin right here. My team needs to break this hill here. I believe we do. So if the other team has this hard point in the garage, you kind of want to push around. You want to push around because the next hill is in middle. And if you can't get a grasp on the hill in garage, you need to be able to get the jump on the one in middle. So pushing, if you're ahead by an amount or you're losing by a very small amount and you need to contest this hard point, pushing from the middle side isn't such a bad idea to do. You need to, as a player like me, you need to, like I said earlier, stay alive as long as you can in the hard point, because in hardpoint, it's all about time in the hill, and if you have more time in the hill, it means you win. So as a OBJ player, you need to stay in the hill. You don't necessarily need to be slaying the whole time, but like someone who needs to win their gunfights, you can go strangely negative. Sorry, I had to burp there. That was weird. You can go strangely negative, but you can still win due to the slaying capabilities of your other teammates. You can pretty much handicap your team just jumping on hills, trying to get those kills, giving up. But one thing, as an OBJ person like me, you do need to pay a lot of attention to is giving up kill streaks to the other team. When on this middle hill, something I've realized recently is that if it is being contested, you need to jump over the middle of the hill. You can't go around or wait for them because they will jump over you, and that's a quad with a fucking lightning strike. That was dope. That was a good use of the kill streak right there. That's an example of a good a good way of doing it, because we were losing a lot of map control by us all dying there, and that lightning strike gave us it back completely. So that was a good use of the lightning strike on my part. So that was a good use there. When you, like I said, in the middle of the map, you need to jump over the middle statue well thing to kill the other person, because it is hard when you have the upper ground on that hill to kill. Is easy, sorry, if you have the upper ground on that hill to kill someone. If you're below it, there's a bird in the background. It's really fucking annoying. And if you're on the ground, you're gonna lose your gunfight 80% of the time. So it's good to challenge the person over the hill, as long as it's only you and them, and nobody in blue with an AR or by the bricks with an AR or anything. So if it's a situation where you can't die from the side, it's only you and him, the best thing to do is to challenge him over the hill. So in Hardpoint, it is once it's the first 4 hills, on this map, it is an act of repeating it over and over again until your team wins. Winning your gunfights is very essential in this. And something that I've noticed in this game that helps you win gunfights is pre-aiming a lot in this game. You need to pre-aim a lot, or hip fire, depending if you're host or not. It doesn't really matter, but you can't be caught running in this game, because you will get caught running all the time in this game. I've noticed that 78% of my deaths in this game are being caught running. So you need to pre-aim and take it slow, especially on this game. You can't run through it like MW3. You can't run and gun with your PP90 or PP2000, whatever the hell fuck it was called. But you do need to play slower in a way so you don't get caught running on their side of the map or anything like that. So you just need to pre-aim in this game a lot. Jump shotting is very, very important. I made a commentary a while ago that I play Claw, and it does help a lot with jump shotting. You can get a scuff. But if you are playing at a high competitive level, I've heard this from many people that play at a high Call of Duty gaming level, that if you are at a disadvantage where you can't jump and the other person is jumping, you are at a huge disadvantage in this game. So you need to learn to jump. Bumper jumper can help. There's a lot of stuff you can do. Play Claw, buy a scuff, anything like that. But you need to learn to jump to win your gunfights in this game. In this game was post-patch. It is pretty recent. I got this about a day ago as I'm doing the commentary. I'm using the Vector because the Vector is one of the best SMGs right now to use on live. I was watching MLG Dallas, and Freako did end up winning it, by the way, and it was the MSMC was being used on LAN. So I don't know if that gun is still the gun to use on LAN, but it's good. But the Vector online I feel is better because of its fire rate, and all the other SMGs are kind of not being used because of the recoil and the hipfire spread of the MSMC and the PDW. They've been nerfed, so the Vector has kind of stepped up as a gun online to be used as one of the best, I believe. So I like to be rocking the Vector for a while now, unless it gets patched or other guns get better. The Scorpion's also good post-patch as well. When post-patch also, sorry, dude, I'm like wandering in this commentary, but this commentary is wrapping up. Sorry, it's coming to an end, sadly, and it's kind of a breakdown. But in Hardpoint, it's kind of, I could do a what's going through my mind sort of thing, but I did this game a few days ago, and I can justify my movements, but I can't give you exactly my thought process on what's going on. So, I mean, I can do these on every map to do basic rotations, what you need to do as a player like me to hold down these certain hills. But when it comes to a Slayer standpoint, I know how to slay and how to anchor on these maps, but I know how to do it, but it doesn't like transfer correctly to my fingers, if you know what I mean. Like it's kind of weird to me. I feel like I play an SMG on every single game mode in Call of Duty. In this game, at least, if it's search, I can sometimes run an AR, depending if it's raid or something. But I usually run an SMG 98% of the time. But this commentary is wrapping up. There's like a few seconds left. We're going to win this hardpoint in 10 seconds here. We're going to hold it down. I'm going to fuck these kids up in the middle. But this commentary is wrapping up, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's a great commentary here. Go ahead and shout it out on Twitter or whatever. Shit, you can follow down below. Peace, guys. Thanks for watching.